welcome back to Danjo Capital Master Community. We have here Mr. Shin Yan. Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Shin. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Sign, and I've been green crypto like since 2017. I've been doing investment, and 4 years ago we founded Sign. Was my co-founders, and it's good to see you guys.
Alright, sir. So, this AMA, okay, I will ask you questions, and I've prepared a lot of questions for you, sir. So, first things is, I want to let you know, guys, for our Philippine community, that their project is called Sign, and they have a strong community base in the Philippines. So, I encourage you guys to join their social medias and groups as well right now. No, it will be in the description below. And let's begin the interview, sir. So, do you remember the moment you first imagined a tech utopia? Was there a childhood or student era spark that set you down this path of digital sovereignty?
Sorry, can you repeat a little bit?
Yes. So, do you remember
Yeah.
the first moment? Okay. You imagined a tech utopia? Was there a childhood or student era spark that set you down this path of digital sovereignty?
Wait, sorry. The question a little bit complicated. I didn't quite understand it.
Okay, so basically, was there? Did you have an experience when you were young that you will have this path of being one of the founders of Sign?
Oh, that's um, that's another story. So I think when I'm young, like especially primary school, middle school,
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time thinking about hardwares.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was thinking about, okay, if I get a chance, gonna build a lot of interesting stuff. Like, but most of them are hardwares because back then I think hardware is actually in a sense more playful, right? So if you wanna know how strong is the UV from the sunshine, you can build something to measure by yourself. You can build like 3D printers. Like years ago, like 3D printers are very hot. So I was all thinking about all these like hardware tech ideas, and but I think like that's why I choose electron engineering in the college, and I did build a lot of hardware stuff. I have like 10 more patents, but later when I entered when I started to think about my career or something, I realized that hardware is actually very hard to do because usually have a very long supply chain. Usually for a big company, especially if you want to do something real hard tech, you need to join all the corporates like Intel, AMD, Nvidia. So it's hard for like individuals to do startups or something. So and then I realized that blockchain is an opportunity. So I just spent the past like 8 years on blockchain.
Amazing, man. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of growth and motivation as well.
Yeah,
So,
but I can share a little bit more about my
yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
personal realization
Mm-hmm.
because I think in the very beginning, people we would think about, okay, how to make the world is a better place,
Mm-hmm.
as build something or use something high, like with higher efficiency or something, right? Say like I can build a solar panel with like 90% of conversion rate.
Mm-hmm.
Right now most people using like 2010 or 20 or 10, like 10% conversion energy conversion rate.
Mm-hmm.
So if we build at 90%, we can make the world a better place. That was my thinking when I was a college student or something. But later, when I grow up a little bit, I realized a lot of time when the world is a mess is because we don't have very good coordination. We don't have like the society is basically a bunch of people living together, and they figure out a way to cooperate with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time, if we can slightly improve the quality of this coordination, that everybody life will get better, right? So right now, one of the biggest problem in this world is U.S. dollar is a world currency. Like countries when they do deals, when they trade, they use U.S. dollar. So it's a world currency,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, also a currency controlled by the Fed, the Federal Reserve,
Mm-hmm.
by U.S. So they're also using US dollar as a weapon, as something against the other countries, right? So that's like basically destroy a lot of people's like financial stuff, or like making a lot of people very unhappy or uncomfortable. So in that sense, like I realized, okay, Bitcoin actually provided a real like world currency, um, and uh, and I realized innovation or tech is not just improve efficiency. It's not just fly us all to the moon, to the Mars. If we can make the Earth a better place to live in, if we can making sure we all can connect it to each other, we can make all these like environment more fair. Like all the work, all the like we emphasize like money, freedom, integrity. If everything can do a lot easier, and that will also make a lot of changes. So that's why I stick with blockchain. I realize blockchain is first is not a hard tech,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a tech involved with a lot of coordination, right? So like we all work together to make one thing work, and that thing is fair to all of us. So that's why I'm fascinating about blockchain.
Right. So thank you for that information, sir. It's very detailed, and I do agree that blockchain is the future. It's not just USD, but many crypto right now worldwide. So for my next question, sir, which book do you find yourself returning to the most? Which book has it shaped your thinking around trust or systems?
Oh yeah, many of them. I think it's like Hilary Urick read a book called I think the history of a human or something. So basically, he's let me quickly Google the
Mm-hmm.
name of the
Sure.
book. Is yes, Sapiens: A Brief History of Humankind. So yeah, that's it's really like like a writer, right? He's very famous about this book. I think this book is it's basically huge history. It's not history focusing for the past 100 years. It's a history focusing on the past like 10,000 years or 20,000 years. So basically, yeah, that book's really good book. And recently, I also read a new book from like Peter Thiel. Actually, it's a book about Peter Thiel called The Contrarian. I also strongly recommend the book because I think Peter Thiel is one of the greatest mind in this right now in our area. Because he's have a very unique opinion on a lot of different things, and it actually works.
Right. So, sir, do you also recommend that book to everyone watching right now?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
All right, guys. So, for those new here, what exactly is sign, sir? Because sign building, we need to know what we're talking about, and how do you see its role evolving in the next 5 years?
Yes, that's something I think about every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly, like about Sign, like we started the company as a blockchain tech company focusing on like a signature generation and verification,
Mm-hmm.
and by far our most successful products is Token Table,
Mm-hmm.
and Token Table is a token distribution platform. So you see right now there's a different coins get listed on Binance, and they all have a huge airdrop. Like basically, airdrop means you're distributing your token from one address to millions of them, and then you slowly like unlock your token to your investors and team members,
Mm-hmm.
and build the whole distribution system for every VC coin, every like products. Right now, let's say we have a bunch of we have like about 60% of market share, and we provide services to like OKX wallet, Title, or virtuals. So every token launched on like virtuals, the token is locked by like token table. So that's by far our most successful like business. And for this year, we'll also start to build the digital infrastructure for nations, because this year things are changing a lot. We're seeing crypto native world is collapsing a little bit, so we don't really have that much of a asset or token generated very like also have very good performance on the market. So we're mostly focusing on using blockchain technology to help people in the real world, right? What can blockchain do to the people from real world, right? We can build a better, like say blockchain as a payment system. We can build a better ID, so your ID can be mathematically verified, just like a transaction. And they'll also build like stablecoin CBDC for a bunch of countries. And that's three elements we call digital infrastructure. And based on the infrastructure, say based on ID and stablecoin, we can build a welfare distribution, right? Say like you verify who you are and claim your reward or donate or base income. And we can build buildings, we can build land titling and the other stuff. So we'll start from this year. We'll start to build digital infrastructure for different nations. Right now, we're in partnership with 6 countries, and soon, like I think everybody gonna see like the pilot projects we have built. And so that's our 2 major focus for this for our company. And within 5 years, I would say, 5 years we're gonna not just present ourselves as a Web3 company. We will become a very strong, like a digital infra construction company. We'll go to different countries, we'll operate a menu, let them choose what they want, and we'll build them for them. It's just very similar, like a company go to the other countries to build bridges or roads for them, right? We're similar, but we're building digital infrastructure, like digital ID, digital like payment, digital like blockchain, digital all kind of stuff. So that's the future I envision for us. And at the same time, not just providing services to the other people, we're also building our own community. So we have a community called Orange Dynasty. Right now, we have a community in like around 8 to 10 countries, and that's something we also spend a lot of time. I think it's in the future we want to build a global community unified by the same vision, which is money, freedom, integrity, right? So in this community, you can find a lot of friends who will share the same vision, and you can have very good vibes. You can support each other, and communicate with each other. So that's something I'm also very passionate about.
Perfect, sir. So, once trusted digital IDs in place, what other government systems are most ready to move on-chain land registries, elections, and supply chains?
Yes, you can imagine, like say right now for voting, the most problem is how can we making sure so the vote has actually come from all the citizens, and secondly, how can we making sure they can vote anonymously, right? Like crypto is provide the perfect solution for this, right? No other tech can compete on crypto on like voting or like stuff. Like we verify this is actually from you, but also we don't know who you are, but we can verify you are a citizen of this nation. Like, it's an ideal showcase of their knowledge proof. So there's a lot of like this kind of use case we can build. It's actually very, very useful to the real world, but it just takes lots like slightly a little bit time for the real world to understand or to actually embrace the new system.
Right. So, your pilots in Sierra Leone, sir, and the UAE skip legacy rails, sir, right? So, what design principles or infra choices allow sovereign rollups to stay interoperable with public chains?
So like our solution is usually like a layer 2 solution, because on layer 1, like we realize say like I think previous years, like a lot of people trying to build a private blockchain, which has been proved as a failed projects, because blockchain is used to provide transparency, also have basically build a pool of global liquidity, right? If you issue something on public chain, basically it's access to the global market. That's the beauty of blockchain world. But private blockchain doesn't have both sides of good like advantages. So I think right now but we also understand like sovereign country, we need to respect their sovereignty, right? They need a certain level of control, or like they want to waive the gas fee to their users or something. So we build a layer 2 on like public layer 1. So the security of this layer 2 is ensured by layer 1, say Ethereum or BNB chain. But the country runs sequencer, so they can say making sure, like say, if you're using the stable coin, or like all our citizens can have a free $10 gas allowance, so you don't really in your daily use you don't worry about gas fee or something. And at the same time, if the country want to blacklist or whitelist some people, we also offer a lot of flexibility to them.
Right. So actually, sir, Token Table once reached 40 million wallets. So how are you adapting that kind of distribution power for national scale needs like digital cash, UBI, or public asset ownership?
Yeah, so the 40 million like number come from last year is mostly like we have half of the wallet come from Town. Like Town is Town ecosystem projects have a great massive airdrop last year, and I think I would say this like a new opportunity is that will go to countries, say like in soon gonna announce the first one. So basically, like it's a country we integrate with their digital ID. So everybody already have a national digital ID. You come to them, you come to the app, verify who you are, and claim your basic income. And so that we onboarded the whole country, like using our smart contract, using our tech. But at the same time, they're happy. Like from the government perspective, previously, if they want to distribute money through banks, that cost is actually a lot. But right now, they can directly build a smart contract. Everybody can directly claim from the government's treasury. So it's actually amazing tech. It's simple and it's efficient.
Right. So what's one everyday civic interaction like voting or paying taxes that will feel radically simpler in 2030 because of sign?
Yeah, I will say maybe not really 2030. It's it can be done by 2027.
Oh.
So this year we have at least six projects launched, like around different use cases. Some of them are welfare distribution, some of them are stable coins, some of them are land titling. And within 1 or 2 years, it will be super fast because you can see us as a new generation of SaaS. Our SaaS is based on blockchain, so all the country they're easily trust us because we don't store their data on our server, and we provide the best tier of services to all the major countries. Right, we have the people to build the U.S. level, China level of SaaS, and we bring it to all the other countries. So they never seen something like so smooth. It's also very cheap, very efficient. So I can see we can move very fast.
Okay, so you've said IDs shouldn't become data prisons, right? So how do you technically design sign to prevent surveillance script while maintaining verifiability?
Protect from what? Sorry.
Prevent surveillance script while maintaining verifiability.
Simple. Like through encryption. Encryption or zero knowledge proof. All the cryptography is designed by like making sure it's not unhackable, it's not pure transparency. If it's pure transparency, if we put sensitive data online, it's violating GDPR and all the other stuff. That's something we'll never do. Right? So we're making sure your ID is verifiable on chain, but without leaking any bit of your sensitive data.
All right, that's cool, sir. So let's talk about tokenization. So how might traders eventually engage with tokenized public assets built in Sign's infra?
So yeah, so on that, we can't like single-handed build a whole system, but we are definitely playing a very important role in tokenization. But in tokenization, you need to making sure what you're buying represent the real ownership in the real world, right? Say like we have signatures, we have attestations, we have contract signing. We are connecting the real world with the on-chain assets. So we're empowering a lot of our real asset projects like Plume or the others. So but for tokenization, I strongly believe in that direction. I think one day we're gonna able to use stablecoin to buy whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
We can buy like US stock, we can buy metals, we can buy like all the others uh, like actively traded like items on the market. So just everything start with a USDT probably like or USD1 or the others. But once you have this, you can have exposure to all the other assets. And I would say that's the future. That's something gonna happen very soon. US stock market will become like a 24-hour trading in 1 or 2 years. So after that, I will see all the US stock will be able to easily very tokenized and to have exposure to all over the world.
Alright, so let's talk tokenization. How might traders affect on your TGE? Because you have TGE, sir. And beyond the listing, what's the deeper takeaway you want the ecosystem to grasp about sign?
To grasp
Yes, sir,
to
about sign. What's the deeper takeaway you want the ecosystem, sir?
so so for us like so right now we basically think about so it's actually a good question. I think two level.
Mm-hmm.
So one level is we want to simplify what we think. We want to making sure we want to talk about our vision more instead of our detailed product because we have a lot of products.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like a normal user don't really need to know every details of our products, but they need to know what we're building for, right? We're building for a couple like very easy visualize the vision like I said. So one day we're going to able to use stablecoin to buy all the good assets,
Mm-hmm.
right? So right now people from the Philippines, people from from Indonesian, like we can't really easily access to US stock, which is by far the best best class of assets in the globe. There's a lot of inequality in the asset distribution. So we will making sure we can buy whatever we want was a quality was a qualified money. Like we can all have access to stablecoin or something. So that's one money. But freedom, like we also active talking to different countries. We're bringing our identity to a verifiable level. So in the future, your identity will be easily verified by other country, companies, and individuals. So when you do KYC, when you want to access to some financial services, they KYC you, right? And the KYC will be much more smooth and easier, right? So right now you take a picture, and there's no way they can actually verify this picture.
Mm.
So there's a lot of problems. But if we're using like our sign protocol, like we can making sure your ID is mathematically verifiable. So that will be simple. Firstly, the verify your ID is real, and secondly, match the biometrics, making sure you're the same person. Then passed, right? So, that's and also easier for people to apply visas or something to the other countries. So freedom, and the third one, integrity. We're making sure like all the other more and more information can be verified on chain. So that you can prove to people, okay, you actually graduated from somewhere. You actually say have how much like the cash in your bank or all that kind of stuff. I think that's the next level for globalization. Like more and more stuff will be able to verify on this public infrastructure, which is blockchain. So that's our vision. We want to make our vision very clear to our community, and also we want to build a very interesting community with a very interesting culture. We have a karaoke on Twitter Space. We have all the amazing party and private events in different countries. So that's something we as the team, the core team, we're spending a lot of time, hard work on the products, but we want to have good vibes to our community. We're making sure our community having fun in this community. So that's our message to the community.
All right, sir. So when we reconvene in a year, about this year's milestone, right? So what flagship achievement do you hope to have delivered?
So within this year,
Yes, sir.
so we're gonna see 5 countries using our tech
Mm.
to all of their citizens.
Mm.
That's my goal. I'm pushing really hard for this. It's actually so. I start to deal with countries from last year, and it really teach me like I have to fly around. That's why I fly so much. But I will really work hard on this and making sure it will like like worth it.
Right. So actually, guys, this is almost the end of our AMA, but we have a final question with you, sir. So, sir, what's one thing you wish the crypto community, especially the Philippine community, better understood about building national infrastructure that rarely gets talked about?
Clearly talk about. I didn't
Yes,
get.
sir. So, what's one thing you wish the crypto community better understood about building infrastructure, national infrastructure that rarely gets talked about?
Everybody can talk about.
Rarely.
Rarely talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It just I think it's simple. It's just like I want the community to realize. I want everybody in crypto and realize crypto is useful in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
It's such obvious stuff, but I think for the past 1 or 2 years, we just lose the confidence in this, right? So like you see people right now what they're doing, like they're keep launching meme coins, keep trading, and all the timestamp was one coin just do one day.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just day trading, hour trading, minute trading, right?
Mm-hmm.
So crypto is can be a casino, but crypto is not just a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And also, if it's a casino, it's not really, if you don't really, if like most of people don't really have a lot of money, and better not gamble, because
Right.
gamble will just help you lose a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the message as well. I want to make it very clear. So I myself, I believe crypto is tech that can benefit people, benefit country, benefit everybody. And I'm not personally very interested in launching different meme coins and the stuff. I think Bitcoin is like somehow like drugs. You feel happy in a short term, but it's not like helping anything in long term. It will make some lucky guy make a lot of money, but most of people will lose a lot.
Right. So,
Yeah.
sir, do you have a final message to our audience regarding your project before we end?
It's simple. Like I think we will spend like 30 minutes talk about mostly business and products, but I really want to invite everybody watching this video to join our community, because we have such a vivid community. We have only in the Philippines we have a couple of like sub communities. One of them Sign Cares. They do a lot of charity events in the Philippines. Some people they have like a different level of community events. Some people building amazing arts, amazing like merches. Like they all group together to join like crypto events. So we have a very interesting crypto community, and I hope like you can find one of them, or like find your own, and yeah, let's it's gonna be fun instead of just reading white papers and doing stuff.
Right. So thank you so much for your time, sir. And guys, make sure you follow and join the community on the description below, and interact as well. And thank you so much for your time, sir. I will end the MA right now. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Danjo Capital Master. Cheers.
Thank you, Danjo.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, are you Danjo from YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
How you know?
Yeah.
How you know?
Can we like take a picture?
Yeah, that's right.
My bags are packed, passport in my hands, a ticket to a distant land. Different time zones, a world apart. You're the rhythm in my heart. Time zones apart, it's all the same. Caught in this long distance game. Through every mile, was for real. No matter where you're alive. distance that's our patience trail. My heart belongs forever to you. With each passing moment we defy the boundaries you make aside. As the miles run into the past, our lives are final and forever last. Baby, baby, I miss you so much.